welcome. We're going to dig into the earth elemental signs. So we're going to start with our earth, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Let me tell you, this was a thick pile. All the cards just kept jumping out. So we're just going to get started. I'm going to hold them up so that you can see them, and then we'll do some shots as well. All right, let's see what's in store for you guys. All right, so we've got the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords in reverse. We've got the Page of Cups in reverse. We've got the Five of Pentacles and the Emperor. Right. So right off the bat for earth signs, let's start with this. Let's start with this Ten of Swords. Start with the first card, the Ten of Swords in reverse. You know, this is the card that I think of as like being a martyr, playing a martyr. I think about this as tens are always the conclusion of something. But in this case with the swords, there's also the sense of like falling on your sword, right? The sense of bittersweet success, right? You have success, but it came at a cost. And sometimes this can even be us playing the martyr, us, you know, overemphasizing the trials and tribulations that and the sacrifices that we had to make to get our success, or, you know, making other people feel guilty for the amount of sacrifices we made, even when they're not asked. And this is just a reminder that like things aren't always as bad as they seem. And sometimes we're being a little bit over dramatic. Sometimes there's people in your life who are playing this role. You may have somebody who's really good at manipulation, really good at guilt tripping you, who likes to play the martyr, even when you don't ask them to, so that you feel guilty or obligated to do things. So watch out for those social manipulators and those codependent relationships, those toxic people in your life. You have the Page of Cups, which tells me that in the month of December, some of you are going to be meeting new people, new relationships, new possibilities for relationships. Now, this could be a variety of different things. This could be a creative partner or collaborator. It could be a new mentor that's coming into your life. It could be a business partner and developing a new relationship with somebody who's going to end up investing in your business or helping you build and grow your business or found your business and take it from idea to realization in 2021. This could also be a new romantic interest. So if you're single, this could be somebody coming into your life, a soulmate, somebody with a deep connection that is just going to be there. Now, this is in reverse, which tells me that it hasn't fully manifested yet, or that you're resisting it. So you've met this person maybe already, or they're going to come into your life and you're going to be so distracted by other things this month that you're not going to see them. So just pay attention to the people that are on the periphery of your life and don't shut them out immediately. Don't dismiss them immediately. Give them a chance, because you never know what's going to grow here. You've got the Five of Pentacles and you've got Emperor. So let's talk about boss business, right? Let's talk about boss business. Let's talk about your finances this year. Right now in December 2020, you may be looking at your bank account and you may be thinking, what the hell, right? Like this may have been a very difficult year for you. So many businesses are closed. So many projects are just stalled. You know, you may have had dreams of, I know I had dreams of traveling. I had dreams of doing all these creative projects and shooting my first short film, but I couldn't do those because we were quarantining, right? And some of you may have had jobs booked that got canceled because of the pandemic. And so a lot of us are really focused on money and feeling insecure about money, feeling on the outside, feeling worried that we're not going to have enough resources to provide for ourselves. And so, yes, acknowledge this. Maybe this is not the year to splurge and overindulge in celebrations or Christmas or holiday gifts for people. You know, shop within your means and think about things that you can do that don't cost money, but that still show how much you care. And we got the Emperor energy right here. So this is telling me that it's time to boss up, right? It's time to boss up. When I see this card, I automatically think about being self-employed, being your own boss, starting your own business, pursuing your own passion and your creative ideas. And what this tells me right now is that even if you can't start in December 2020, start planning for 2021, right? Start planning for next year. Look at your sales this year. Look at the potential. Take those ideas that you have and put them on paper. Start putting together a plan. Earth signs, you are very, very good at planning and organizing and being prepared and being logical. So use that to your advantage. Also, consistency is key. So it's time to boss up. It's time to be disciplined. It's time to do the work and be a leader. Show other people that you can be a leader because you have these natural instincts inside of you. Let's get some more cards. Let's get some more clarifying cards here. All right, so what do we got? Yeah, look at that. King of Wands. King of Wands, more leader energy. This is like, to me, this is typical CEO energy. It's Leo energy. It's boss energy. Fire, passion, at the top of your game. You're going to have some successes this month, and I want you to dream big, and I want you to manifest those successes. I want you to continue to use that energy to manifest success, creative success, financial success, in any success in your passion for 2021. We've got 10 of Cups. Man, you guys, these cards are fantastic. 10 of Cups. Again, another 10. So we've got two 10s here, but this is the epitome of healthy relationships and boundaries and familial love, right? Building the family that you want. So this month, take time to celebrate the family that you have. Take time to enjoy them, even if you can't be with them in person. Carve out time, tell them how much you love them, practice gratitude, and just enjoy the small things, whether it's baking bread together or having a meal together or doing a Zoom call together. My family does Zoom calls every week and I love it. Like, take a moment to indulge in those little, just joyful things about your family. All right, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, you guys are definitely in 10s. 10s, like I said, are about the ends of things. We're coming to the end of the year, coming to the end of the 2020s, the end of the calendar year, right? So much is happening. 10 of Pentacles speaks to generational wealth. This is net wealth, right? This is money that not just you made this year, but it's laying the foundation to be able to bring you wealth and prosperity for generations to come. For generations, your kids, your grandchildren, people who may not even know you are going to benefit from the things that you're doing right now. That's power. And as an artist, what more can we ask for, right? As an entrepreneur, what more can we ask for than to build something that's going to have lasting legacy? And that's what I see right here is you may have generational wealth. You may have money that's coming to you from other people, but you're also building things. You're also creating things. You're also changing the future generations because you have the courage to pursue your own dreams. And that's success right there. That's success. You guys, the Emperor again. What is this? Okay, look, you got the Emperor twice, two different decks. The Emperor came up. Again, Mercury energy. This is all about discipline and focus and persistence and dedication and commitment, but it's also about being a boss. This was the year of the Emperor, and this year is coming to an end. And it's like, I feel this sense of the universe is telling my earth signs to boss up, to use these last 20 or 30 days in December to really, really set yourself up for next year, to really harness the energy of this calendar to elevate, to level up your business, to go for it, to do the things that you said you're going to set out to do. And you're going to be successful. You're already successful, man. I love this. Boss babe, boss up, boss girl. This is all you. We've got the Empress in reverse. Okay, so let's talk about this one though. Empress in reverse. Empress comes right before the Emperor. So she's sort of like the female companion to this. This is typically masculine energy or seen as masculine energy, and this is seen as feminine. And I love this deck in particular because it's more about mothering and nurturing. You see her sort of carrying the weight of the world in her womb, Mother Nature, Earth. I think that you're in a period of transition. I think you're in a period of transition. And maybe this year you've really been playing this caretaking role. You've really been playing this role of trying to help other people, trying to protect your family and provide for your family, trying to nurture ideas and putting yourself on hold because this world has been so uncertain in 2020. And what I'm seeing here is that this period is coming to an end. That this period is coming to an end. Your family is safe. Your people are safe. Your tribe is safe. You've taken care of them. You've done your part, right? Let them care for you, right? Channel that energy here. It's time to take care of you. It's time to pursue your passion, because ultimately, as you pursue your passion, what is going to happen? You're going to get these things. When you pursue your passion, you're going to get these things. You're going to get that generational wealth. You're going to be able to take care of your family and your loved ones and your network and your peers and your group, your gang, your tribe, whatever you want to call them. You're going to be able to provide for them in the way that you want to, right? This is all about give and take. Let's see what else is here. You guys had a lot of cards. The sun, right? Sun, you are the center of the universe, baby, right? Life, energy, vitality. Soak it up right now. I know it's winter. It may be cold where you are, but you are the sun. You are the brightness. Page of Wands, passion right here. Page energy is young energy, new energy. So I get the sense of trying something new, trying something creative, expanding your passions. Don't just stick to the things that you know work. Try something new right now, especially if you're stuck inside and you can't go out and see people. Take a class, right? Do something just for the fun of learning something new. Okay, we've got the Eight of Wands and we've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Pentacles, I think of give and take, right? Giving and taking. Right. And then the Eight of Wands, to me, this is all about messages, rapid decisions. Things are going to be coming at you, opportunities, and especially in the end of the month, I think, things that you maybe didn't plan for, just be prepared. Things are happening rapidly and quickly, and that's okay. You have so much boss energy, so much CEO energy, so much leadership energy and passion and knowledge and commitment and skills. You will be fine. You can answer all of these questions and then some. You can manifest that. You can channel that energy into something productive that is focused on your passion. So many things here about passion and about money and how we provide for ourselves. And I see that intersection for you very clearly in December. Let's keep going here. Okay, so these are some traits. I have the character archetypes. These are traits or characteristics that may be presented to you this month. And we've got goddess energy. Hello. I mean, I could not do this on my own. King energy, right? You are a boss. I want you to get a shirt that says you are a boss, because that is all I'm seeing this month in December. Like, everything that you've done is manifesting. Everything that you've done this year, it's coming back to you tenfold. And you have the skills, you have the knowledge, you have the grace, you have the leadership, you have the intelligence and the intellect and the strategy to be able to put all of that to good use and to multiply it even more. Detective. Use your powers of deduction, use your powers and your sense of intuition for good to help shine a path, to help you make those decisions as they come at you very rapidly. And then Don Juan, romance, lover. What did I say? I said we had this Page of Cups card, right? A new relationship you're not paying attention to. Don Juan, it speaks to romancing, it speaks to seductive qualities, but it also says don't use the power of romantic attraction to promote your own private agenda. So make sure that you're operating and leading and building your business, building your creative passions with integrity, right? And respecting other people's energies and emotions and where they are, and not taking advantage of those, right? This isn't about flaunting your beauty or your grace, right? This isn't about trying to manipulate people. And I do get a sense for some people, there is someone in your life who's using that Ten of Swords martyr energy and using this Don Juan energy. Maybe it's their looks Maybe it's their popularity or their fame, but somebody who is using this to control you or to manipulate you or to hold you back. And remember, everybody's not going to be a fan. Everybody's not going to be a champion. That's okay. It's okay for you to let these people go and to not have a codependent relationship with them. That is okay. It doesn't make you less of a person. Less of a person, that's kind of a weird phrasing, but you know what I mean. You understand what I mean. All right, so let's get some insight from the oracles. Okay, yeah, look at this. So we've got Castle, which is it's time for healing and not war. We've got the Evil Queen. You deserve sugar, not salt. And we've got Thorns. Weave together the crown you deserve. Right? And so what I'm seeing here for this group in particular is that sometimes that boss energy that you have, that CEO energy, sometimes being the leader means that people aren't always going to like the tough decisions that you have to make. But you have to make them because that's what it means to be a leader. That's what it means to be an innovator. That's what it means to be a founder. That's what it means to be a creative. Writing means taking risks and being vulnerable and putting yourself out there, being authentic. Being a dancer, being an actor, being a musician, right? Put your heart and soul into things. And not everybody's going to love what you do. Not everybody's going to love your authentic self, and that's okay. And some people may see you as a villain and they may come with judgment and they may tell you, why are you doing these things, right? They may be a little bit salty at your success instead of supporting your success. And just remember, you don't deserve that, right? You take those thorns that they're trying to stab you with and you turn it into a crown and you wear that crown, right? That is what I'm feeling for this group. Yeah, this is about healing. This isn't about war. It's not about fighting with them. Let them do their own thing, right? They're just trying to distract you. Focus on you. Focus on healing yourself, repairing yourself, being strong, being healthy, and channeling that goddess energy. And you are going to be fine. You are going to roll into 2021 like a boss. All right. That was the reading for our earth signs. I hope that was helpful. You know what? Claim it down below. Claim it in the comments if you like it, if you want to receive this, if you want to manifest this reading in your life, and let me know what other topics you want me to do specific videos on in the comments as well. I read all of them. I respond to all of them. And we're going to have a lot of content coming up in the next few weeks. I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on to air. Let's go. Let's do air. Alrighty. Hello, air signs. I'm excited to dig in. We're going to move through these quick because we got a lot of cards to get through. So let's see. Oh my goodness, first sign right off the bat. We've got our Devil card. Let's see what else is up here. We've got the Five of Cups. Five of Cups in reverse, but Five of Cups. We've got the Three of Wands in reverse. Three of Wands. We've got the Hermit in reverse. And we've got the Queen of Cups also in reverse. Got a lot of reverses here. A lot of reversals to me signifies that there's some blockages there, or there are things that you don't want to face, or things that are transitioning out. But you know what I'm seeing right now, what's really calling to me is this Devil card, the first card we pulled out. So the Devil card doesn't necessarily mean sins. What it really means is somebody who's seducing us. We're being seduced or tempted into our addictions, into our vices, into self-destructive behavior. So we're not allowing ourselves to be successful. We're frustrated, and we usually need to figure out what's the real source of those emotions and why are we trying to distract ourselves from those emotions with sex, food, drugs, alcohol, being a workaholic, right? Those are the big ones that we see so often. And they're very destructive. They're damaging to relationships. They're damaging to our physical bodies. They're damaging to our own mental health, because what they do is they provide a quick fix and then it goes away. And then suddenly you're left with those feelings again, and you feel crappy because you had to rely upon the addiction or the vice in the first place. And you feel an even stronger pull to it. And it's a vicious cycle. And it's really, really important when this comes up for us to make sure we're not being tempted to go into our vices. We're not relying too heavily on our vices to fulfill our mental and emotional and physical health and well-being. It's helpful to look at the answers, look at the underlying issues. What are the issues here right now? Well, we've got the Hermit in reverse, which tells me that you are tired of being stuck inside. Like, you are just over it. You're done. You're over it. You don't want to do it anymore. You don't want to self-reflect. You don't want to be in your headspace. You don't want to be alone. For those of you who are alone right now and living on your own, I know this is hard. And I know that you want to get out there. And I know you just want this year to end. But don't lean too heavily on this to distract you. Because what's going to happen is when 2021 rolls around, when the pandemic is over, and when we have the ability to move forward, you're going to be 10 steps behind. Because you're going to have to break all of these habits that you built, all of these things, these crutches that you were using. You're going to have to use those in 2021. And you're going to have to work on breaking those habits again. And that's not good. I know with this Three of Wands is often about planning, wanting to travel, wanting to take a new journey. And for you, again, it being in reverse, I feel like this is something that you want that you can't get. I'm just sensing that over and over again. The Five of Cups in reverse, but the Five of Cups focusing on things that you don't have, focusing things on the things that you've lost, being stuck in the past, right? Being stuck in this is not how it was supposed to be. Honey, I know it's not how it was supposed to be, but that's okay. And it's not your fault, and it's nothing that you did. And I think letting go of that personal ownership and believing that this is some kind of reflection or some kind of karma that you yourself caused, that you deserve this, you gotta let that go. That is not true. This is not what's happening in 2020, what's happening with the pandemic, what's maybe even happening with your jobs or your families or your relationships. This is not all a direct reaction or result of your own actions. This is not a sign that you're not a talented creative, that you're not a good enough singer or musician or artist or actor or writer to be successful and to go out on your own. This is not a sign of that, right? This is a global collective issue that nobody could have planned for. It is not your fault. Stop taking responsibility for the things that aren't your fault and look at the things that you still have. Figure out how to reverse this. Figure out how to focus on the things that are still standing, the things that you still have. That Queen of Cups here, energy, this is all about empath, compassion. And I'm sensing that you don't have enough compassion for yourself. You've stopped listening to your own intuition. You stopped listening to your own voice. You stopped trusting in that. And you're just sort of out of balance. And you're feeling all of the weight and all of the emotions of other people around you that you can't quite figure out what's right and what's wrong, what's upside down, all of that. So, I encourage you to just take a breath. Take a breath. It's all going to be okay. Let's get some more clarifying cards here and what you can do. Yeah, Five of Swords energy. We've got Five of Swords, Six of Wands, Five of Pentacles, and Seven of Wands. Yeah, our earth signs. If you have earth in your chart too, earth and air, you got the Five of Pentacles twice. So again, this fear and anxiety and frustration of being on the outside, of not being able to provide, of not being healthy. If you are sick right now, baby, you are going to get through this. You are going to get through this. If you are sick, you're going to get through this. If you're afraid of getting sick, it's okay. It's okay. Take a deep breath. Wash your hands. You'll be okay. Stay inside. Practice all your stuff. We've got this. We've been doing this for months. We got this. If you're worried about finances right now, spend a little less money. It's okay. People understand. People will understand. We are in the middle of a pandemic. It is okay not to get a lot of excessive gifts right now. And you know what? We have the key. We have the key to our future, to our ability to provide. It's right there. We're not locked out completely. This is not a permanent state of being. So know that everything passes. Everything passes. The Five of Swords, something about selfishness here, right? Something about focusing only on yourself, which is distracting you because you're focused on what you've lost and where you are and like your own issues. You're so focused on that, so laser focused on that you're not seeing the bigger picture. And that's going to be a big issue. I think the Six of Wands energy here, you want to be seen. You want to be seen. You want to be heard. You want your art to stand. You want recognition for the work that you're doing. And maybe you're not getting it, right? I get this sense that like you've been stuck in your bubble. You've been stuck in this bubble. And this is not a good thing for you, because when this card came up in reverse like this, you know, what that means is that you feel like that bubble is being suffocating, that it's trapping you, that it's keeping you from being seen and heard and recognized. And I get it, especially, oh my gosh, I have friends who are actors. I have friends, you know, who love theater and perform live theater and perform on Broadway, and they're all closed. Musicians who are like, I can't perform, I can't go on tour, I can't play live in bars, and I miss that. And even though I can do things on Zoom or in video, it's different. It is a different experience, and I hear you and I feel you and I get it. I get it. And one day we'll be able to perform live again, and it'll be beautiful and it'll be amazing. And just know that people see you. People see you. You are not alone. You are not in a bubble. We still see you and we still love you. So yeah, I think there's some self-care that needs to happen for this group. I know that may not resonate with everyone, but I hope that if that does resonate with you, that you're talking to people and you're looking for people who can provide empathy and support. Find your people, find your crew, and lean on them. Some other traits that are going to come out for you. Now, these are the archetype cards, and this could be traits that you possess that are you're gonna need to lean on this month. It could also be traits of other people. So we've got the rescuer, we've got the avenger, and we've got the monk and the nun. When I see this monk and nun card, you know, what this immediately tells me is there's a sense of judgment here, of piety, of being above things. So I have a sense that you or someone around you, you know, looks out in judgment at other people for the choices and decisions that they make. And you may be facing that. Somebody may be judging you and saying, well, why are you writing? That's stupid. That's not going to provide money for your family. Why are you dreaming about doing this? Why are you dreaming about creating this thing or starting your own business? It's a horrible time to start your own business. Why don't you just close your restaurant? It's a horrible time. Like we can't serve. We don't have open dining or whatever it is. Like, I feel like there's people who look at others and look down on them, and it makes them feel good. And just be aware of those people and know that it's not about you, right? It's not about the quality or the merit of your idea. It's about their insecurities. Avenger and rescuer. I get the sense that like there may be a role for you to play in helping somebody else and thinking outside of yourself, getting outside of your bubble. You're going to have the opportunity to find justice and to help someone else. Think about how can you volunteer? How can you donate? How can you make a project that is going to benefit someone else? How can you, you know, cook meals that go to the homeless, or knit something that goes to the homeless, knit sweaters, knit socks, right? How can you organize a card drive, or how can you create something that is going to be meaningful to someone who's lost and somebody who's lost something? Can you write a song or a poem for someone who's lost a loved one, right? Can you make a video for someone who is celebrating birthday, right? And not able to celebrate it in the way that they would have want? Can you do something different that takes your talent and your skill and helps somebody else get through this time? I think that's going to help lift you up, and it's going to keep you from relying on this, right? It's going to keep you busy. It's going to keep you active. It's going to keep you creative. That sense of giving back to other people is going to help you get out of that bubble and feel some significance and value in the time that you're spending, maybe in isolation, maybe in quarantine, definitely at home, right? All right, let's look at this. So these are the oracle messages here. We have garden. So something lovely will grow from this. Something lovely will grow from this. Have faith in that. Know that, right? Lavender, surround yourself with love, right? Stop focusing on what you don't have, who you don't have. There are people in this world who love you, right? Focus on that love. Focus on your own self-love, because gold, you don't need someone else to fix you. You don't need someone else, right? You don't need a rescuer. You don't need an Avenger working on your behalf, solving your problems. You can do that all by yourself, baby girl. So yes, those are the messages. I want you to resonate with those, or take those, and let me know what resonates with you. I hope this was helpful. I hope you were doing well. And my advice to you this month is really to just breathe. Just breathe. It's coming. 2021 is coming. And with it, I sense a much brighter future. All right, let's go. I'm going to move into the next group. But if this resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. Go ahead and claim this message for yourself. And I will see you next time. Hello, fire signs. I am so excited to get into this reading. We've got a pretty thick deck of cards here. So I'm just going to go ahead and dive into it and see what we have in store. All right. So first of all, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, and we have the Moon card. Actually, I don't know if this was in reverse because I dropped it. So let's just say Ace of Wands, not do reversal for that. Yeah, so we have the Ace of Wands and we have the Moon. Ace of Wands, new ideas, seeds. Aces are all about new things, starting, new beginnings, fresh starts. With Wands, this is about passion. This is about things that excite you. I love this. It even has the fire. It has the flame in it. And this is all about the things that are happening. So for me, I think this is about you have a desire. There's a spark inside you to do something new, something different. Listen to that in December. Listen to that. If it's writing something new, starting a new project, give yourself space and time to figure out what that project it is and to play with it without restrictions, without saying, I have to write this all in 3 days, or I have to have an outline by next week, or I have to get it ready for this competition. Give yourself space to just play with the idea, explore it. Allow yourself that time. Maybe it's a melody that's floating around in your head and you've been putting it off, and you're like, no, I think I'm gonna try writing a song, whether you have experience or not. Like, there may be something that you're drawn to doing, and if you're feeling like you're in a creative slump, I would say look at a different discipline, look at a different field, look at a different genre, and try something new. Use something that you've watched to inspire you to do something new. Do you know how many people are trying to learn chess because of the Queen's Gambit? So, let those things inspire you. The full moon, right? This speaks to, it speaks to illusions, right? It speaks to like a lack of clarity. It speaks to, needing to go beneath the surface, going into our subconscious mind and our unconscious mind, right? There's hidden things beneath the surface that we don't always get to see. And sometimes on the full moon, especially when we say the veil is thinner between worlds, between realms, between us and the universe, or us and the gods, whatever you want to believe, there's a sense here that there's a need for you to go deeper. And there may be some energy here for you around the full moon in particular to do some rituals. But let's see what other cards come up around that. So more clarifying cards here. Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune card. This reminds us that there's some elements of destiny that are outside of our control. And what I would say here with this Wheel of Fortune card is it reminds us that it is a cycle, and that sometimes we're lucky and sometimes we're not. And when we're lucky, it's not something we did. It's not something we can control. It just happens. The universe just happens to give us that luck and that blessings. And when we're not feeling lucky, when we're at the bottom of that cycle, know that it's not permanent, it's not forever, and it's gonna lead to an open door somewhere that is gonna push us back up, right, and give us that luck and that blessing. Four of Wands. This Four of Wands in reverse. This is all about celebrations, anniversaries, getting together. It's the holidays. This is holiday season. Usually we have tons and tons of holiday parties, right? And we're spending time with family, and we're going for big dinners and gatherings and out to restaurants and all of the celebration, going to Christmas caroling and lights, and those are all things that we don't get to do in the same way this year. And I think you're feeling it. I think you're feeling it, and that's okay, right? It's okay to be sad or disappointed because our traditions don't look like they usually look, or our celebrations don't look the way they usually look. I see a sense of apathy here with the Four of Cups, right? Cynicism. You're probably thinking, great, yay, virus is still here, 2020 is still here, and when it becomes 2021, nothing is going to change. Maybe you're like done and over politics, right? You're just thinking, I'm over it. And that's actually, I don't know if you could see that, that's actually what the girl's shirt says on this card, is over it. And so I do get the sense that for you all, you're just like, not extremely happy, not extremely sad, just kind of, I'm just trying to survive day by day, minute by minute. And sometimes it's okay to be there, right? Sometimes it is okay for you to allow that to be your existence, and don't judge yourself for that. Don't think, well, that I'm being lazy, or I'm not being as productive, or I should be doing X, Y, and Z. When you find yourself saying, I should be doing something, that's a good sign that you're letting external factors sway your opinion of yourself, and you're judging yourself too harshly. The moon. You got another moon card. This one speaks to wildness. I think this one speaks to letting out your wild side, letting your creativity and your imagery and your letting your freak flag fly, right? So do something unexpected. Do something different. Try something new. I see that with the Ace of Wands and these two moon cards. There's definitely a sense that like you need to be set free, that you have some darker fears or hidden things, because in the moonlight we can't see everything. The shadows look so much bigger. The monsters come out at night, right? And so we're kind of, sometimes we get stuck. We get afraid to face those things. We get afraid to do the shadow work. But I get the sense that that work is necessary this month for you. Not only doing the shadow work, but I think and going through those exercises and digging deeper into like how you're feeling and why you're feeling those things and what things you can work on to improve yourself. You're also going to find new passions, new ideas, new things that you can work towards. And find new acceptance in being yourself and not having to wear a mask, right? Not only allowing yourself to come out once every full moon, right? Allow yourself to really engage and really connect with people, more clearly. And then Two of Pentacles, which is just telling me this is about balance, right? Usually I think of this as work-life balance, and that may be something that you're struggling with this month. But in particular, what I'm feeling are two sides of yourself. Maybe a more practical, realistic business side and a more dreamer side. Maybe it's your creative side and your practical side that are butting heads, or your creative life and your family life and responsibilities that are butting heads. And you're like, I don't know how to find balance. I don't know how to be creative when I'm taking care of two little kids at home all day, or when my kids can't go to school and everything is different. I don't know how to give them the Christmas experience or the Hanukkah experience or the holiday experience without going to grandma's house, right? Like whatever it is, I want you to give yourself a little bit more rope. Like let yourself be, like stop judging yourself so hard. Right? Let yourself have balance. And you know what? Sometimes it's okay for those balls to drop. Like I think of this as her juggling all the balls and trying to keep them in the air. And so many of us are doing that. And sometimes we have to say like, I forgot why I'm juggling this ball. Is this ball really important? What is it? Like you may have forgotten. So think about that too. Like what is it that you're holding on to that maybe you can let go of? It doesn't mean you can't pick it up later. But maybe for right now, you can let go of it. All right, we're going to do archetypes. As I said before, these archetypes may be people in your lives that are going to play a role, or people in your lives are going to be playing a role in the next month. It could also be characteristics or traits that are going to come out of you in the next month. It could be one or all three of these. But we have the Prince, the Athlete, and the Mediator. So let's start with this mediator. Fire signs, you guys can be stubborn. Let's face it. And stubborn is not necessarily a bad thing. That persistence and that willpower and that confidence, it takes you far. And that's why you have it. It like helps you be a leader. It helps you drive things. It helps you get things done. But it can also come off as bullying and controlling to other types of people. And so there may be an opportunity for you to step back and not push your opinion through and play the role of the mediator. And it may be that you're not doing this and somebody else is coming into your life and saying, slow your roll, I need to be the mediator. If you're a middle child, I know you play this role well. Middle children often end up being a mediator role between an older sibling and a younger sibling who have clashing personalities. So I get the sense that like that could come up during the holidays, especially even if we're not in person, but if we are in person, in particular with family dynamics and parents and all of that, there could be a role for a mediator to play. Don't take it out on that mediator. And also maybe you could step up and become a mediator. Athlete. Athlete, I think about this as physical power, physical strength. Yeah. But not using that for selfish purposes. And this makes me think about bullying. And it's, again, that stubborn personality, right? Don't bully others. Don't use your confidence and your certainty to bully others into making decisions that aren't right for them, that they don't want to make. Just be aware of that, right? Be aware of that. And then Prince, romantic charm. So maybe you're seducing someone. Maybe you're falling in love with someone. Maybe you're trying to sweet talk someone. Again, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. But if you're doing it for the right reasons, be Prince Charming, right? Woo your partner, do something special for them or something romantic for them. Giving gifts, that's what I think of when I think about the prince. Not just romantic charm, but potential for power, potential, because you're not the king, you're the prince. So there's still stuff to learn. There's still youth and newness there. But there's also a role and a responsibility and a legacy to protect. So there you go. That's that for what it's worth. And then let's look at the oracle cards lastly. Oracle messages here. So we have escapist, come home to yourself. We have the princess, you can be your own knight. And we have the spaceship, don't be afraid to sing. So let's walk through those. Let's start with the princess. You can be your own knight. This is the first card in this oracle deck. I like this, right? This is a reminder that not that you need it, but that you can be your own knight, that you don't need anyone else, that you can take care of yourself. I know you know this. This is a reminder this month in particular that you are in control. Look at this too, prince and princess. So you definitely have both sides of these covered, right? So there's something here to me about royalty and prince and princess. Couples balance, that coming in here with the Two of Pentacles, balancing two halves of yourself so that you really feel whole, so that you don't feel like half of yourself is hidden away, right? Maybe lean into that princess side of you. Escapist, and that's what I feel here too. Come home to yourself. Now, for some people, they're going to look at this and they're going to think, oh, that means binge watching TV, eating ice cream, sitting on the couch, not doing anything, just chilling. And that may be what you need. But for others, I don't actually think that's what this means. I don't think it's just about binge watching TV. Maybe we've been doing that for 9 months. For some of us, this is about really owning who we are and finding our true personality, our true desires, our true wants without all the noise, without all the influence, without all the social media, without trying to please everyone else. What is it that you really want? What is it that you really need? Really having that awakening and uncovering your own personal magic, that is what I think is a real blessing. If you can do that in December, you are going to be set for the next year. And then spaceship, don't be afraid to sing. Now, this is such a weird card And I had to go and look this up a couple of times because I'm always like, spaceship? What does it have to do with singing? I don't understand this card at all. And that's exactly the point. This card is all about weirdness. It is all about using your own voice and not being afraid to sing. And it doesn't matter if you're singing in a weird off-key way, right? It's marching to the beat of your own drum. And that looks different for everybody. It is using your voice and knowing that you have a right to be at the table. You have a right to own your feelings and your emotions and to share them. You have something to contribute, right? So don't be meek, don't be shy. I know most of you don't have a problem with this, but some of you probably have other signs in your chart. And so, yes, don't be meek, don't be shy, don't be afraid to sing. Don't be afraid to show your true self, not the bravado, but your true self. And that is going to get you far this month as well. Okay, that's your reading, fire signs. I hope you found this helpful. Please go ahead and claim it for yourself in the comments below. You can just say, I claim it. You can say whatever you want, but allow this reading to manifest in your life and let me know what resonated most with you. What do you most want or what most want to manifest from this reading? Yeah, that's it. I'm going to move on to our last group because this has gone quite a bit longer than I thought. Okay. We're doing water signs right now. I don't know if you noticed, but I love to recite the elements in that earth, air, fire, water, and I think I get that from the craft. I just keep, every time I say that, I picture the craft in that scene where they're all going earth, air, fire, water, earth, air, fire, water. Anyway, yeah, let's read your signs, water signs. I have some water in my chart, so I'm really excited to dig in and see what's here. Which ones should we start with first? Yeah, let's start with these. Let's start with, I forget which order I drew these in. Oh my. We've got the Tower. We've got the Tower card. This was in reverse. And I don't know if this is any better in reverse or not. It is in reverse. It's a major arcana energy. Let's see what else is coming up with it. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Sun. And we have the Hanged One. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, couple of major arcana cards here with the Sun, the Tower, and the Hanged One. The Sun being right side up, the Hanged One and the Tower being in reverse. So you can see these three cards. These are the cards. Yeah, so what I'm getting here from these four cards is that with the Tower is sudden change, right? It's sudden, it's unexpected, it's drastic. And so for some of us, there could be an unexpected surprise and it could feel really jarring. And I think it could be coming towards the end of the month if it's coming because of it being in reverse. Like when I see things in reverse, in particular with this hand here, what I'm seeing is a sense of like, this has been 2020 for many of us, to be honest, right? So nothing really surprises us anymore. We're all kind of numb to it. And this is in reverse because I think it's moving away. It's moving out, right? We have hope. We have optimism for a better 2021. We're all sort of clinging to that. And so this is just the leftovers. This is the remnants of this crazy year that's sort of still hanging on and still in your orbit right now. And we have the Hanged One, which reminds you to shift your perspective and try to find peace or try to make peace with where we're at right now in December. You have the Sun, which speaks to youth, vitality. The center of the universe is what I like to think of, but it's like really our life force. So I think about like, what are you passionate about? Finding that passion, rejuvenating that passion, connecting. And then you have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups, like unions and partnerships. So I'm getting a sense that like maybe there's a little bit of chip here. I just feel that like there may be someone, there's definitely somebody you love, right? Definitely someone you love that you care about. This doesn't have to be a romantic love, although oftentimes it is. And when I see a two of unions, or two of cups, I often think about union, harmony, wedding, engagement, people coming together. And so maybe that is happening on the surface or the periphery. Somebody in your life or you are getting closer to somebody. A relationship is getting more serious. There may be engagements happening in the next month or in the next few months. And this is sort of on the horizon. People are thinking about it. Like people are thinking about getting married. And what does that look like? But it also can be, if you're in a relationship, this could be a sign that like you're not as connected as you want to be. You're not on the same page, right? You're in two different directions. And so it could be just a reminder to rekindle a little bit of passion, to communicate, to really figure out what's not working. And it doesn't mean like not working, like, oh, I'm getting a divorce, but it just means something's off, right? And the pressure and the stress of this year in particular could be what's causing that to be off. Let's look at some more cards and get some more context here. Yeah, Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords, this is all about nightmares, anxieties, fears, phobias, worries. What's on top of your mind right now? What's keeping you up at night, awake at night? There's something there. And again, it doesn't seem like it's major, but I feel like you're resisting this. You're resisting facing these fears, and that could become a problem later on. You've got Hermit energy, isolation, alone, self-reflection. Make sure you're practicing safe distancing and social distancing, and you're staying at home. Please, please, please stay at home. We've got the Devil card here. This came up as well in one of our other readings. So temptations, right? Leaning into our vices, leaning into temptations, using that as a distraction. The Devil card, the Hermit card, and the Nine of Swords, I think have all come up in readings earlier today. So if you have other elements in your birth chart, I would look at those other signs, like watch those other videos to see where there's similarities or the same cards are showing up multiple times, because that definitely means those messages are for you. And I can tell you, yeah, Nine of Swords, the Devil, and the Hermit have all come up in other readings. The Eight of Cups. Now, Eight of Cups is all about sacrifice. I keep holding these upside down, but they're all about ritual and letting go, right? Ceremoniously letting go of the things that no longer serve you. And I think that's important, right? That's an important part of the healing process, is knowing when to let go and being comfortable with letting go, not feeling like it's being ripped away from you, but feeling like you can control and own that process, and you can say goodbye, and you can mourn, and you can grieve, and you can honor those experiences without carrying shame or guilt or burdens, and you can let it go. You can walk away. You can move forward. That's really important for you right now this month. And then the Seven of Pentacles, which is just focus and discipline. Like everything you've been doing is the right stuff. You are growing. You're growing. You've planted the seeds. You're growing in the right direction. You're moving forward. And this is a reminder to celebrate everything that you've done. And I know you're not exactly where you want to be. I know all of these fruits have not grown and are not ready for harvest, but they will be. And you have to trust that they will be, and keep watering them, keep tending them, keep doing the work and showing up, and you will get your reward. These things will manifest in your life. You will have something to harvest very, very soon. Okay, I think I'm missing. Oh, there they are. So let's do the archetype cards. So the archetype cards are characteristics or traits that may show up in you or in people and loved ones around you in your circle. So 1, 2, or all 3 may be present. Right now we've got, let's see. Okay. So we've got the Child Eternal. We've got the Queen energy here. And we've got a Mentor energy. So the Child Eternal, let's start there. because I think the child eternal, I want you to think about taking care of yourself. And I'll read this. The child eternal says, determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. And that's what I want to be your goal for this month, is how do you take care of your body so that you remain young in body, mind, and spirit. And let me be clear, this is not about trying to return to your youth. This is not about longing for your past and trying to live in the past. This is not about pretending you're 21 when you're actually 55, right? That's not what this is. This isn't a midlife crisis. This is about taking care of your body, honoring it as a temple, and doing things that nurture and support your whole wellness, your whole being, so that you continue to live healthy lives. That's it. That's what it's about. And it's not about being irresponsible. It's about being a grown-up, about taking responsibility for your actions and being aware of the implication of your actions on other people. So yeah, that's what I would say. And there may be somebody who's trying to get you to relive your youth. Don't do that. There's nothing wrong with aging, right? There's nothing wrong with the age you are. Be in the present. But what I do want you to do is to take care of your physical body so it stays as healthy and as strong as possible. Take care of your mental health so you're not carrying that stress, because our mental health impacts our physical health, right? And take care of your spirit. Do prayer, do manifestation, do journaling, do meditations, right? Do breath work. Do these things that are going to heal your spirituality as well and help you connect to a greater power than yourself. And then you got Queen and Mentor. Mentor, there may be a new mentor coming into your life. Be open to that. You don't know everything. Like, let's just be honest. You don't know everything. So even if you're great at your artistry, at your craft, at your business, know that you can always learn something new, and be open to mentors that come in your life, and cherish them, celebrate them, honor them. And then also think about, how can you be a mentor to somebody else, whether it's formal or informal? How can you help develop someone else? Queen. Embrace your queendom. Yeah, the regal feminine uses her benevolent authority to protect other people, right? So how can you use your knowledge, your power, your position to help and protect other people? Not just your family, not just your kids, not just your spouse. What about your neighbors? What about the people down the street? What about the teacher who's trying so hard to educate your kids in a virtual classroom setting? What about the frontline workers who are fighting? Like, what can you do to protect people, whether they know you or not? And don't be too controlling or demanding. Okay, and then lastly, we got a couple of messages from our Oracle deck here. So let's just walk through those. You have the storm. The storm. Every hurricane comes to an end, right? And how fitting for December 2020, this hurricane we've all been living through, this, excuse my language, but this shit show we've all been living through in 2020, it will come to an end. Sundress, do it for you, right? Do something for yourself and own it, and don't feel guilty about it. Just do it. Do what you need to do. And expectations. Don't seek other people's approval. This, I feel like, has something to do with a creative project you're working on right now. And I will just tell you to keep working on it. You don't need to share it with everybody and their cousin. You don't need to put it out there and get 1 billion likes. Just do it because you like doing it, because it brings you some sense of joy to write the story, to sing the song, to act out the scene in a play, right? Do it because you love the act of doing it, and don't worry about other people's expectations. about what they want and if they approve or not. And stop reading reviews. Stop doing it. Don't do it. At least for December. Just don't read the reviews. Don't read the comments, right? Just do the thing that you love. And you know, you'll be okay. All right. So that was the reading for my water signs. I hope, yeah, water signs. I hope it was helpful. Please go ahead and claim this reading in the comments below. Let me know which part you're most excited about claiming and manifesting in your December. And also if you have ideas or suggestions for topics and future pick a card readings or just general readings, also let me know and I will see if I can put that into the rotation. All right, I'm gonna go out of here and try and edit this massive file because it's so long, and this is probably the third or fourth time I've recorded this video. So, you know, it's been a long week. Take care, everyone.